Even realize I was starving, but these hunger pains are growing like I haven't eaten in 3 lifetimes, and that's 1,000,001 lifelines for anyone who's dying to breathe. A millionaire in 0 gravity, gasping for sanity, checking my vanity at the door for the chance to adore you. I'm sure you realize you whet my appetite, and this recipe is sure to more than satisfy, so let us fight to end world hunger, starting with ourselves and the feast set before us tonight. Stepped out on love and walked on trust, something like Jesus Christ. The sacrifice was so nice, we gave up everything twice and still rose again through combustion so bright. We left Cupid's third eye blind, his head spinning, shooting blank arrows in a wild spite, right to be jealous of our zealous to his tips. He set down his thorny crown of indifference simply to bless our bed sheets holy, called us king and queen of the unrobed heart's revolution. Here begins the truth of our destiny, to continue the dynasty of Aphrodite. So tell me, lover, are you hungry? Because I'm starving. My insides are turning like tides. Last night, I looked in the mirror and saw hurricanes that would put Katrina to shame, churning in my eyes. My levees broke at the thought of you no longer wanting to be baptized in my flood. So tell me, baby, have you ever seen a tornado and a rainbow make love? It's not always pretty. But we were the reason why doves still cry wolf. And that's an analogy for your soul if I've ever heard one. Divide that by 2 and you'll see none. We were horrible at math. But we still created equations under ceilings and night skies, as if Einstein rewrote the Kama Sutra, setting you congruent to me, where I see MC equals you times me repeatedly, so that I swear I squared proves that mass and velocity are merely relative to the infinity of our energy. Synergy set me perpendicular to prepare myself for the intersection of truth. You rewrote the art of war, scrawled a Bhagavad Gita, held a mirror to my pages of reasons, where we found ourselves dumbfounded at the one you called the fairest of them all. Love, you are the last fairy tale untold. I tell you, slay me. Take my hand as an offering that I might worship at the altar of your feet for all eternity, if it means I get the best seat in the house to watch this tale unfold. Admission to epiphanies and one hand, the only part of you I will ever ask to leave on hold.
Girl, hangs with the guys like a fly on the wall with secret eyes.
So I heard my 10-year-old daughter singing this song one day, and I quote, "You know what to do with that big fat butt." I was like, what? So after a long conversation and deep contemplation, I found myself praying this prayer. Now I lay my pen to this sheet. Lord, quiet my thoughts so I may hear you speak. Let what I write and what I recite not be in vain, for I do it all in Jesus' name, amen. And then I had to ask myself this question. What would you do on a stage with a mic and 2 or 3 minutes of undivided attention? Would you mention truth or spew forth lies? Would you speak on what's relevant and what's real, or would you speak on what's tight? Because it'll get you the most snaps, claps, applauses, and likes at an open mic night. If you knew the impact of the spit you spat, would you nourish the masses with the words of your mouth, or continue to feed them crap? Would it elevate the mind, or just be words that rhyme? Something more than metaphors delivered with style and impeccable time? See, I think it's time we respect the mic, so no more irrelevant flows over tight beats. Irrelevance doesn't have to flow every time you speak, especially when it's evident that common sense is growing bleaker and bleaker by the day, as the earthly powers that be made it a point to find a way to take out half the blacks with crack and the other half out with music that's whack. Programming minds so they remain third eye blind to the fact that America's disproportionate math is creating an equation that equals subtracting black lives, and that just doesn't add up. We live in an adulterous generation where sons are molested by fathers, mothers prostitute their daughters, and brothers and sisters are being convinced that murder, racism, and police brutality are incorporated in a cop's job description. So we have to respect the mic, because our kids stay plugged up and connected to whatever's selected as the next hit. The higher an entertainer's check gets, the lower our children's sense of self-respect is, as they're convinced and desensitized to believe that it's all right to twerk on a pole or be in love with the cocoa. And they nod yes in agreement as they bob their heads to the beat. More black blood paints the cement as cops stroll and patrol on the beat. Protests and riots are becoming too frequent as they find the next Negro to beat, so your platform is obsolete if it can only be used to further confuse or feed music to our seeds that will contribute to lead to the demise of our people. So people, please, respect the mic. We're living in a time where wisdom and discernment are lacking, so anything goes. We reap the gain of the whole wide world, but it's costing us our souls. HIV rates are out of control, yet young ladies are still being indoctrinated with the train of thought that sex sells, and they buy into the lie and sell themselves short each and every time. Because the highest bidder knows that if he can convince her to believe that the value of her self-worth and the value of her dollar are the equivalent, then he can control her mind. See, there are far too many track stars being recruited to walk the streets between 8 p.m. and 5:15 in the morning. Too many track stars being recruited to stroll the Hoovers and Westerns and Figueroas in every city and every state. And new recruits are getting younger by the day. So it's time we try to figure out a way to train up our daughters to be more than just thoughts and afterthoughts, so they can be wives and independent women recognized for the size of their minds instead of the span of their hips and behinds. So that they're not always the dessert and never the main course, good for nothing more than feeding the insatiable appetites of men who promise to love them long time or till something better comes along. So we gotta respect the mic. For what the Bible says to me, I'll say to you that every idle word we use, we will be accountable for. Now, I have no desire to stand up in a church or preach or sit in a classroom and teach, but every time I stand before the mic to speak, I have the opportunity to do a little of both. So I'll respect the mic and spread the good news like a preacher in a pulpit. Respect the mic and teach what's right like a teacher does a school kid. That the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart are acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer, that I may speak life to those who are on the edge, to those who walk the fine line of fighting on or giving up and letting go. So let us be so mindful of the message we send when we spin our words before the masses, and please always remember to respect the mic.
Okay, so this is my first time here. It's also my first time at an open mic, and it's also my first time performing in front of strangers. The first time you realize that you aren't normal. At camp, a boy tells you, "Afrika ni kaeru," go back to Africa. Like it's a haunted house he only visits through his TV screen, like you are the child of gore and sorrow. When you tell him that you are from America, he is pleasantly surprised. The first time you realize that you aren't normal. The kids put erasers in your hair as a joke. They marvel at how your puffy new growth swallows them whole. You laugh along with them, happy that they are talking to you and not about you. The first time you realize that you aren't normal. It's the beginning of the semester. The kid sitting behind you in the gym wonders out loud why your name is so weird. You see, your last name's in kanji and your first name's in foreign. They're not supposed to go together. The first time you realize that you aren't normal is your 19th summer. One of the guys asks you as they sit in your living room, "Why do black people have dark skin?" You ask him, "Why is the peach crayon called skin color in Japanese?" The first time you realize that you aren't normal. A stranger takes a picture of you on your way to class with her smartphone. With your smartphone, you call your mother to tell her that you hate this country. The first time you realize that you aren't normal. The interviewer asks you to cut your hair for this position. He asks you to be more presentable, more professional, to be easy on his eyes and his ego. He perceives you to be hard-headed and prideful. You cry in the elevator. See, normal is all you've ever wanted to be, But it's all smoke and mirrors. It's the magic trick you will never master. There is no punchline, no finish line tape. You are the chocolate-covered banana with sprinkles on top that they like to devour at festivals once in a while. So what choice is there but to become your own magic trick? Only you know how it tastes to feel it, to be in your skin. Next time someone reminds you that you aren't normal, tell them that you are the child of witchcraft and royalty, that you are hard-headed and prideful. Say that you are sorry, not sorry, that they are too normal for you. Thank you.
However, first time, give it up. That was Aaron, Kevin, and Chimini. You guys, make some noise for your last performance. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Ladies representing the second half. Wow, that's a hell of a first time. All right, let's keep it. You know what? I forgot maple bacon donuts as well. Let's keep it going. Y'all doing a good job. Keep that energy up, you guys, for the performers. Let's give it up for Shelly Bruce. Give it up for Shane. And give it up for Andre Fish, you guys. Next week, next week. Shelly Bruce, Shane, and Andre Fish. Next week.
Good evening, how y'all doing? Happy International Women's Day, because all y'all came from a womb, yeah. And yes, honor the women who carry all the children. So I'm planning this really amazing event. It's called Return of the Divine Feminine, speaking of Women's Her Story Month and International Women's Day. Dang, I can't see any of y'all. These slides sorry, it's just so weird, can't see shit. It's 3 events, 3 Thursdays this month. It's a presentation, a discussion. We're going to talk about spirituality. We're going to talk about goddesses. We're going to talk about ancient Egypt. We're going to talk about women in society. We're going to have art and poetry and DJ and a catered dinner. So it's going to be a beautiful event. It's going to be a magical evening. We're in 3 cities, San Diego, LA, and Pomona. And I don't have a lot of flyers, but you should find me, and you should get one if you're very much interested. But social media is awesome, so you can go to the hashtag, which is RTDF, Return of the Divine Feminine, so RTDF 2016. So RTDF 2016. RTDF 2016. Go find it on Insta and Facebook and all that good stuff. And support. It'll be a beautiful evening. And also, we're donating a portion of the proceeds to causes for women. There's one that's about sex trafficking in San Diego. There's one out here where we're providing sanitary napkins and things to homeless women. And then there's also a Girl Scout troop that we're supporting. So we're also giving back. So all that good stuff, all happening at once. So you should come and talk to me about it or find me or something. All right. Do this phone, get out of here. If I can find this phone. Here you go. So when you feel your value is overlooked. For the men who may have misunderstood me, why should I be ashamed to love you when the gift of this portal to my soul is the only thing I have left that really matters? In a charade of books and pages, trees, skyscrapers, dollars, and diseases, my tightened chest holding infinite heart is the only true wealth that exists. And I, Empress, as you two have called me, am a masterful empire of jeweled treasure. Why should I be ashamed to love you? Says the flickering pain now leaving from this ink to pen. Suggests the absence in your call, the noiseless echo in your unwritten messages. Says the hesitation in your throat, the days we are not together. The tears that wake me, I read somewhere, you are my first thought each morning, and on another day, your heart is where your mind wanders. In these ways, too, you have filled my dreams with possibility. And the singular comfort I have had all night long as I traveled was the kiss of what it felt like with your hand in mine. It's been too long, and I miss you. I asked God, should I be ashamed to love you? In my illness, habit of healing heart have I lusted. I surely have forgotten in many moments the infinitude of creation to think something of us as wrong. For you are nothing but blessing. My desires are from pure work I've done to this day. Whatever our connection of eyes and lights become is destiny dancing. Beyond minute percentages of selfish in these bits of hollow heart, this is not pitiful longing or done too much or misplaced indulgence. I've searched myself to discover this love is the wind that holds the world together. This is the language Paulo Coelho reminds us of. It is a precious energy scene of tree-lined sunsets in sacred places with prism rainbow skies that join us at every break evening. I need no shame for loving you. I need no shame for the powerful amethyst constructions of my vulnerability, as deep as they are weightless. Though you a mystery, though you seem not love me same, I find it is okay, for sometimes the ones we love will not have same love back. Still we are a gift, and still we are brave for having her. I need for my peace. Be patient. I need more confidence. I need perspective. I need imagine better. I need not deny the waterfall that pours from me when I admire our purposes oscillating. I need never worry my poems sound like others. They are mirrored reflections of souls I've met under the nothing new blazing sun. I only need let myself love freely, true to me. And I love you. And I'm also afraid sometimes that it will not be returned, but I am a far greater imaginer at adoring the interconnected ways at which life so magnetically, undeniably, and earth-shakingly glides you near mine. I need more gratitude. Release all daily tons that have blocked our peace, as if we have anything more to do in our seconds walking this plane but growth. I need no pattern of shame, as if I am not whole. A whole universe, a whole deity, a whole woman, a whole masterpiece, a whole heaven, a whole light, a whole queen, a whole friend, worthy of being discovered and ready to love you, or a you. For even as I write this, there are clearly parts of me I must heal to bring closeness, or you would already be here. I need only assess this pride, allow what is mine, not rush you or a you, for I seek not you. I am not ashamed to love you, because I only call for in Portuguese, English, Spanish, Kemetic, and Yoruba parables qualities of a purposed partner. Qualities of a purposed partner, wishes for a star whose significant shine seeks to collide in total union with mine. Ashe.
I'm not a poet. Listen, I know after watching all these poets, I feel like I need to get my shit together. I feel like I need to get my life together, and apparently I've treated women bad, even though I haven't. And it's so cool to see poetry that is so deep, because I used to be in the poetry scene. I used to be in the poetry scene, and I just remember when people were like, remember when the sun and the sky, and I like Skittles, taste the rainbow, that type of bullshit. But the point is, because y'all know it's weird to come up and y'all, all right, so I'm gonna try a joke. If y'all laugh, then I know y'all ain't stuck up assholes. All right, you can get your little poetry mind on, but let me ask you a question. You think that women who are pregnant, if they use a vibrator, do you think their kids come out stuttering? All right, think about that. See, she's like, I don't get it. See, you can laugh at a poetry thing. Stop it, being serious. You know what it is, man? See, y'all lighten up. You got, you know what I mean? You know what the problem is? When you talk to a crowd, sometimes you get personal shit off your chest. I want to get some personal. I got in a fight with a Trump supporter, and I know this is not a place where there's going to be a Trump supporter. And if he is, he ain't going to say shit. Because you embarrass, you dumb motherfucker. But the point is, they're horrible. I don't know, people think, oh, the country getting better. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's sad that we have Trump might win. Does that make your ass puckered? Nobody's ass is puckering. He might win. I'm gonna put my cool little shirt down. Let me tell you something. No, that's wild, man. It's like, and my friend was like, well, I kind of like him. He speaks his mind. He speaks his mind. You know, I know my crackhead uncle speaks his mind too. I don't want that nigga running anything. A lawnmower, a blender, let alone the country. It's just, man. And his supporters are just racist, backward, trailer park, inbreed, booger bitches. Just, I know that was a damn sentence. That's what that was. No, it's like weird. One of them actually said this, and I'm not, it's so weird. They're so homophobic. They're so racist and so stupid. She said, I'll tell you right now, you listen to me, you listen. All gays and niggers are going to go to hell. and he's gonna build a wall so they don't get back here. And the Mexicans are gonna pay for it. All niggers and gays are going to hell. He actually said that. And I thought, well, you're kind of an asshole, homophobic, racist, so you're probably gonna go to hell. And when you get to hell, guess who's gonna be there? Bunch of big black gays. So guess whose sodomy card is gonna be filled for eternity? So no, it's just crazy to me, and it's so weird that the country's still trying to blame stuff on Obama. And no, let me tell you something. Obama did a phenomenal job under the circumstances that he had to deal with. That is absolute fact. And if you don't know that, you're dumb as a bag of hammers. And that's a fact. No, really, come on. And all the people like Sarah Palin, that bitch. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying all women. I'm saying specifically that bitch. So I won't have to hear from some women afterward. You said the word bitch. Don't get mad about the word bitch, ladies, ever. If I yell out bitch and you turn around, you the bitch I'm talking to. So the point is, if you know you're a queen, don't be like, huh? Don't do that. So, and Sarah Palin just dumb as she couldn't make a straight line with an Etch-a-Sketch. Just dumb. And only a couple ghetto people know what an Etch-a-Sketch is. Remember that toy? All you could make with it was steps. If you made a circle, you were like a warlock in your neighborhood. But it's just crazy, man. They said Obama was the reason for the oil spill. They said, no, the Republicans on Fox News said Obama was the reason for the oil spill. Yeah. 59% of Republicans said, yeah, the oil spill, that's Obama's fault. Let's break it down, shall we? What's the name of the company? BP, right? BP. Black people, black president. He did it, goddammit. He swam down there with his big black hands and he bust that pipe. Now, I know you think black people can't swim, but they swim at night when you can't see them. Now, I heard your little mix. You better watch yourself. No, I gotta say something. I've always supported poetry, not just poetry, the poet, but poetry in general, even as a comic. And I can spit. Y'all think, oh, he's a comic. I can spit. Don't get it. I'm not gonna do it now because of y'all. But all right, the evolution of my revolution does I come with hardcore grammar, making niggas stammer. Words I utter makes thunder stutter. I wrap this around your synapses. No, I can do it for real. I wasn't fucking around. Now, but no, I've won slams. Settle down. But no, I want to say this is such a beautiful vibe, and I appreciate even just the 3 minutes y'all gave me. And I love this shit. I really do. And it's love watching you guys. You guys are fantastic. My name is Shang. Thank you very much.
Sweat me, spit me, Cupid, shot me.
All right, from Arizona, first time in LA doing something. We got
Trees racing, tempt me, try, feel so exciting. Thought of highly, it's yours entirely. I'll be more than a lover, more than a woman, more than your other.
here we go.
I maintain as a beast, stimulate, behave, unleash to increase everything that I need and proceed capiche. Ever since a young I had activation, played the role of a thug, sitting in alley, gaining calculation of the muscle, very cushion up in the butt. When crunch time comes, pedal push me all in a rush. Always what homie always say, rub dust the plaques off in his hallways, all hate. No wonder why they claim they know that means more people than you can't get when I survive the way confused. True and truly out of coolness, pursuing from the sewers, excuses, simply get a little too rough. Still I'm not graduate, nigga. soul. I'm a real nigga and it's out those who go. I'm a real nigga and it's soldier never at ease. I'm a real nigga and the cows get on their knees. I'm a real nigga and it. Crumbs. I'm a real nigga and it must be a real nigga and it hope to put a hole in the hose. Don't be a percent, so I suppose I end this hope to be closed. I get it, before I'm buried in the whole sentence. Oh, if you need it from open business, all it is I spill with a bitch. Got me looking for every pinch, I am the grit. I take him out, give me an inch, the wrong script. I take it gladly, paper chasing as a G. On the street, man, and shaking off features, sunflowers, creepers. Stand in the bleachers, if I die, rise next Easter. Time just as out against leeches, normally grip as far as my reach. Before sleep, running seizures. All my E's and sipping strapped off from a daily ghetto sitcom. Just hell to me, the felony list goes on till he is on. To get to the other side of the pond as long as he wrong. No, I can prove and I can show. Real nigga in it, throwing dice, whether high or low. I'm a real nigga in it. Real nigga shit. I'm out for all the glitz, college and plans, so is the cop. Toss and pitch, harder than the man. Big packages or grams, CEO with companies too. We be breaking rules, plenty of lipping winners with fists. Get a clue, we is Jews, all if I lose it's from the truth. Y'all press snooze, 190 proof and boo, forever clear. I'm so sincere, I'm glad we all here. Pop another bottle and get loose, yeah. I've been grinding triple time, all this is dressed to my grill. I will not stay in line, no tolerance to chill. Feel like ancestors give for life, which they had what we chill like, so I ride for them. I don't sleep when light go out in the PM, not until we win. For this meal I walk 1,000 acres and I do any, but not all things for this paper. I'm a real nigga in it. The end.
Oh, yeah. Back up on me, I said, oh, yeah. Back up on me, I said, oh, yeah. Back up on me, I said, oh, yeah.
Post, you guys, make some noise, give it up. Let's keep it going, let's keep it going. Let's do 4, you guys. Give it up for Elise, Myron Woods, Lex Starks, and Clint Watson. You guys, make some noise. Give it up for Elise, Myron Woods, Lex Starks, and Clint Watson. Make some
It's my first time reading here. I come here for like a lot. You know my mom. Happy National Women's Day. This is actually like it works for Women's Day, so it's cool. And it's inspired by my friend Portia, who's not here. And I'm on my period. My stomach hurts. I'm hungry at the peak. All right. I don't have it memorized, so forgive me if I skip stuff. All right. All right. Being what I am in this nation, you get used to bearing many different tags and identities. People either tell you are or what people want you to be. To my family, I am a God-fearing, tall, wholesome girl who abides by the rules, paints pretty pictures, and is slightly eccentric, but smart as shit, so gets a pass. To my friends, I'm the extremely goofy, slightly retarded one in the group with a horrible sense of direction, so they never let me hold the GPS. The one in the group who you don't piss off because my fuse is long, but once it blows, watch the fuck out. To men, a tall tree who they can't wait to climb, but they don't really care to know what kind of tree I am. To social media, either a big booty hoe who can twerk faster than a hummingbird can flap his wings, but booking info in my bio, or a natural hair care tutorial. To white acquaintances, the token black friend from South Central with a quick tongue, ghetto tendencies, and the person they point to when they say, I have black friends, so I can't be racist. Their excuse to be able to say the word nigga, to be completely racist without being racist at all, their black past. A status quo, a double minority. To America, being born like me is to be born with the least amount of opportunity. To be born like me means you lost 2 times. I was already fucked before I even knew what the word fuck meant. I was judged before I even came out of the womb. When I do come out, though, they teach me that my identity is not correct. So they hot comb my hair, put me in a neighborhood where the closest store to my house is a liquor store whose only real food is Top Ramen and Kool-Aid. I'm never allowed to embrace my true identity because embracing that means rebellion. So they keep me a stereotype. I can either conform, straighten my hair, talk with a nasally tone, and deny my blackness to the point where the only way they can tell that I am what I am is by simply looking at me, or I can be Shanae Black. Pop my gum and have every other word I say be or you got me fucked up, have tons of children out of wedlock, have about 4 baby daddies who all sell drugs, or have a mixtape dropping in a week. I'm not allowed to be Malcolm Black, Angela Davis Black, Elaine Brown Black, because when you do your research, you're being rebellious. You are only allowed to be the kind of black they want you to be, the subordinate black, the ignorant black, the passive black, the mind your own damn business, it'll all be okay black. No, there is something wrong when the natural hair you grow out of your own head is rarely worn by the people it's grown from. I am sexualized because being a woman means I am only good for cooking, crying, and fucking. I can't possibly understand the trials and tribulations a man has to go through on a day-to-day because I am merely a woman. It means being the only person in a room who is looked over in discussion because having titties means that my opinion is invalid. It means constantly having to prove myself because before I ever open my mouth, a conclusion is already drawn about me. My identity is something I've always struggled with. I don't know exactly what it is, but I damn sure know what it's not. To my family, I am sorry. I don't really like rules, but I do love tequila. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't believe in the Bible. My best friend is a lesbian, and despite popular belief, I am not exactly the Virgin Mary. To my friends, sometimes I want to hold the goddamn GPS. To men, I am a whomping willow tree from Harry Potter. You try to climb me, I'll bust you in your ass. To social media, I don't know how to twerk, nor do I have the desire to learn, and I don't want to teach people how to do twist outs with Cantu butter. Cantu butter isn't even good for black hair. To my white acquaintances, stop using me as an excuse to live out your dream of being a slave owner in 1850 Alabama. I see right through you. To America, I am not a statistic. I am not your double minority. I am everything you wish you could be and cannot ever be. I am a creator of art, poetry, and life. I am unapologetically black as shit and a whole lot of women, and I'm not going anywhere. So I think smart and get used to it, because one day I'm going to run the world. Thank you.
I'm being critical, super sexual, promise to see. Let's go, and I know that you see me. Can't be just like me, can't make that happen, cause I ain't the original, and you ain't got that swagger. I'm a your lady wanna be me, that's a fact, know that, yes indeed.
When I asked my dad to teach me how to fight, I imagined our exchange was similar to Adam and God's during the creation of Eve. See, we never had much of a relationship, so naturally, I learned early on that my father and I are a conversation to be had only when attempting to protect ourselves. See, when attempting to protect ourselves. Him being a boxer tells me of all the fights he's been in, it's his battles with pride that did the most damage. So teaching me self-defense wouldn't mean a thing if I didn't understand that there are only 2 types of men who enter the ring. Those that do it for the love of the sport, and those who just like hitting things. He asked me, which one do you want to be, son, a lover or a fighter? When asking him the difference, he said, well, for one, fighters can at least admit when they've lost. Believe me, all of my years fighting temptation have never prevented me from laying flat on my back to women, but still, I try. Hit and run, stick and move. The sweet science that is lust is baked with many sugars, son, but none are as honey-dipped as the titles we give to our old temptations. I call mine the heavyweight champion of the world. He says, I can teach you everything I know about boxing, but if you really want the best chance at protecting yourself, you could start by keeping your hands up. We are a family built with iron skulls and glass jaws, so try not to leave it hanging whenever a pretty skirt walks by. Eyes on your target. The easiest way to get knocked out is to not realize the difference between love and distractions. Elbows tucked. This will in the very sake of woman. Always aim to break the body down first, and most importantly, stay light on your feet. This will prepare you to launch yourself just out of a lover's grasp. However, it will exhaust you, Myron. You will be tired of always circling the ring to avoid. You'll be tired of always circling Love, there we go. You'll be tired of always circling love to prevent being cornered. But as long as you remember your training, trust that when her arms reach for you, she will miss you more than you were ever capable of missing her. I asked him, what about the women who fight dirty? The ones who will give you all of their heart for just a piece of your body. I'll be the first to admit, us lovers don't know when to throw in the towel, so it's no wonder why we wear our pride. I'll be the first to admit, us lovers don't know when to throw in the towel, so it's no wonder why we wear our defeats like a title belt. Believe me, I've taken many falls for love. Every one of them has ended with me on my knees before God. So how could you say that teaching me how to fight love could salvage our relationship when our battle with women is the only thing we have in common? I was your shadow. I followed your every move down to your mistakes, ran miles in your shoes hoping it would bring us closer. Hell, do you remember the first time we had hugged in years? Tell me it didn't feel like we were two boxers in the clinch with no further pride to hold on to. It actually felt good, knowing that this was the first time in our lives we stood before one another completely defenseless, just father and son, leaning our shoulders for support like the perfect slip while standing strong at the same time like champions.
Can't keep your mind on nothing, He'll change the world for the good things.
How you guys doing tonight? Debating on which one I should do, but you know what? Second one. Gotta be the second one. All right. Said this pain in my chest is like the kid can't breathe. Got me pulling on trees like chimpanzees. And she'll never look my way like a chick can't see. It's got me holding on the past like the shit's antique. Show my mind all the time until the day I leave. And since I am made calm, put that blame on me. I can take that heat, just the way I be. Butterflies got me floating though, M.I.Lee. She used to love for my hand to simply grace her thigh, but play fighting with her cousin made her raise her eye. When we started, she told me, better take your time, but the kid was so quick, hardly made her sigh. And understand why you left, I was a boy back then. Now stands a man, so we can't enjoy that sin. And bet a couple times to make it reach supreme, orgasms, full spasms for you to leave that scene. Martin Luther visions, I can see that dream. And Barney Parker come ride so we could be that team. Put the BS to the side and we could leave at 3. In the back seat, I could beat that D. Like the Jedi, I remember how you ever forget. Yours truly, I'm the dude, and be nevertheless. I'm easy, so breezy, I'm never distressed. But your actions got me asking why you settle for less. Cause 2 times you signed, forever depressed. So no wonder why you're under since you love him to death. War breeds peace, see this what the devil regrets. So I declare war with more than half of the dead. Love hella right, blind fell in the night. Hindsight's too bright, can't stand the light. But I'm like, damn right, let's rekindle the past, cause I give my right hand just feeling that ass. 2 peas in the pod and the eating the guard. 2 eat, 1 pea, 1 leaf for the car. 2 stop, 1 cop, 1 see from afar. Cops tell her to stop, she put the weed in the bra. And I ain't trying to even the score, just plainly see why. Owe me dead and gone, JTTI. But I feel like Keanu when there's nothing to play with, cause now she gone with the wind and I'm stuck in the matrix. So fucking impatient, keep me trucking and waiting. But ain't no mountain high enough for love's temptations. See, I was complacent with us up in the basement at your mama crib, touching and making love, but it got me looking like a Vietnamese, and I'm high, so I'm singing the trees. I ride by through the park just to be with the breeze, cause I really can't. Got a breathing disease. Since you've been away, all movement is frayed. Had a chick so bad, whole crew on the way. While I was incarcerated, man, them niggas hated. So stepped up in the town, man, them niggas escaped. Cause his love is just another drug, something I'm addicted to. Trying to puff some other bud, something I'm conditioned to. Do so I can go to sleep, hopefully I vision you. But I got insomnia, so put me in an institute. Fate keep calling me and saying what I ought to be. Blood running thick though, it's caught up in the artery. Pain stained everywhere, hardly seem bearable. Visions distorted, so my dreams come in parables. I'm sipping out, chief, and put a pep in my ways. I'm living and I'm breathing, but a step in the grave. I'm in a rave, so I cannot behave. And the days just riding the wave, I pop bottles for days.
Well, I wear my clothes like this because I can. And I wear my hair like this A lady that allowed me to be married to her for 10 years. She has the 3 B's. Beauty, brains, and booty. But really, thank you to the ladies of the world, and I give my eternal appreciation for life. I know what most see when they look at me. Comfort and ease. Fuck please, this soul's been tortured for centuries. Beat to its knees because it refused to seize to leaders of countries. Straight up a brave slave before reaching every grave because it wouldn't give what most gave. Freedom for the motherfucking cave. Desensitized to the atrocity of humanity. Blind to see the probability of a day where we could possibly be locked up for curiosity. We're under siege by those who look to increase their prestige. And all this feeds the blind needs for rosary beads. Watch as ignorance misleads. Thank you.
That was Elise, Myron Woods, Lex Starks, and Quinn. You guys make some noise. Give it up. Y'all still here? Give it up. We're down to our final 4 poets, you guys. Our final 4. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Okay, our final 4. You guys give it up for Chris King Almighty, Jeffrey, Goldie, and Rod Dragon. You guys give it up for Chris King Almighty, Jeffrey, Goldie, and Rod Dragon. You guys make some noise. Give it up.
I know what ladies. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried.
Chris King here from Jersey, Orange, New Jersey. Yeah. My birthday, my girlfriend's birthday was on the 7th. I missed her birthday last year, boo-hoo. But this year is we're going with a familiar face in a strange place. She just started school maybe a semester ago, so I'm out here spending time with her. So I'll get around to it. I've seen fiends on their porches, E&J pouring. It's laughter up the street, smiling faces on the poor kids. The Lord choose to ignore us, and we choose to rob us. But it's families up the hill riding in cars named Porsche. There's too many abortions, not a big enough portion. Good morning. Another youngin' in the morgue, I get so high, hoping not to recall sounds and visions of the strap when it's calling. The streets stay hot, summer, spring, winter, fall, and the city is divided, preparing for the war. I'm just praying to the Lord, and my knees is getting sore. It's just another jungle for these creatures to explore. I'm talking about the hood, give me that what's good. Oh, what's the name of that song, homie? Tell me something good. Oh, you back from out of state, and you said you caught some weight, and you need to move with all no hesitations or delays, so let's take it on the way. Straight tens is what they pay, trap star lifestyle, trying to keep a full plate. Collegiate lifestyle, trying to maintain an A. Plus a young in rhymes, handmade swag, oh yeah, I do design. It's still enough time in the day to get fried, but I hope my girl don't mind. I know deep inside, if the truth came to light, feelings towards me would all die. A foolish risk to take, but I'm avoiding all mistakes. Yearn to live right or be burnt at the stake. I'm running like a steak, no flaws in my designs. I'm lying. We all fucked up a dozen times, but this money comes and it goes. There's no telling where it goes. But it's in and out of hands of billions of people. And the world from the hood is like peeping through peepholes. Blowing hella weed smoke, never will I touch dope. Seeming like there's no hope, these youngers just don't know. We're nearer to an overload, but I'm nearer to a rowboat, bro. And after the rover, I'm gonna cop a sailboat, all because I say so. There's no need to pull yayo, sell yayo. Business management, baby, check out my credentials. And yes, I get your Frenchy mind. Yeah, I get your Frenchy mind. But my body is not stronger than my mental capabilities. I see opportunities. It's just another money scheme. My dream is hungry, so it feeds. Girlies hit the streets looking like they're trying to breathe. I can give you what you want and what you need in between. But wait, let's stick to the design and properly plant these seeds. Not popping every pop is way harder than it seems. And if money buys dreams, what's the point of getting sleep? I'll work until the death of me. I'll sleep and I'm deceased. I'm getting bread honestly. Watch them bankrolls increase. If you get it grimy, your demons play behind the scenes. I'm walking from the scene. I keep it sharpening. Life's a gamble. Count me in. It's all or nothing. Hard hat area. It's a hard hat area. My life is under construction. Read, live, and pass on instruction. I'm reading the Bible to avoid mass destruction. I'm going to be a saint. I can't wait for my induction. It's the first couple minutes of the day, my birthday. On my knees, bedside, because I felt the need to pray. A couple measly decades on this crazy rock earth, we are born into the grave, call it death by birth. And if I die with this weight on my shoulder, call it death by earth. But you know what, when I die, I'll be 6 feet under and one with the earth. I see my daddy build a mold right in front of me. A mold of him to make a better me. And 23 years later, damn, look at what's become of me. Young go-getter trying to put away some guap. A couple college courses that I probably should have dropped. They were saying the school was a flip, but it was feeling like a flop. Nah, I'd rather start my own label. My decisions, calling shots. In the lab, finding a deal, call up the team and grind round the clock. Real record is Jesus, bred straight from these streets. And love and loyalty to our God brings forth the dream. Reality check.
Cupid, I'm being recruited. I'm ready for more.
Oh gosh. Where'd it go? It's right here a second ago. So, I've got a question. Does first reading count as new shit? Yeah. Alright, then I've got some new shit here. If I can find it. And wait, I recognize this part. See, I've got all my poetry. I've been writing it for like the past 2 years. I've got it all in one document. It's about 50 pages long, but I think I found it. All right. Don't blame her. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. I was captivated by her from the first time I saw her. The way she caught the sun as she danced, her smile so straight, so perfect the entire time. Her body graceful and elegant as she twisted and turned. She was beautiful. I want to dance like that, I thought. So I stole her away and we learned to dance together. She told me she wanted to love me. And at first, I told her no. Then, I told her stop. It hurts, but soon enough, I was begging for it. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. She was never taught any better. She listens to my cries. She's always there for me. She never gets jealous, and she knows that every night I will return for her. She's always waiting right where I left her. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. She tests just how thick my stubborn skin is. She lets the fire out of my veins. She doesn't want me to burn. She tells me everything will be okay. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. She was never taught any better. Her cool fingers rake across my skin. Ecstasy. Her teeth nip at my neck. Her hands hold me. She tells me I don't need to burn, that she can take it all away. She can replace it with her cool. She can let the fire leak out of me. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. She was never taught any better. She tells me I don't need to burn. She tells me she can drain the fire, but I want to burn. I admit I love her cold caress, but I still want to burn. It's not her fault. She loves me the only way she knows how. She was never taught any better. She's tasted the salt on my lips, told me it was sweet. She knows me like no other. This is intimacy. This way she loves me.
Hello, happy International Women's Day. Thank you for having me. I can't see anyone, so it's kind of intimidating. Okay, my first time, so I apologize if it's not the best. It's titled Giving Head from a Sexually Abused Girl's Perspective. I never really enjoyed giving head, but sometimes I regretfully do things that make me fucking cringe a day or two later. I never really enjoyed giving head, possibly because you forced me to please you and I didn't have the guts to say no. I feel that it's by force that I swallow my sporadic dose of cum each time. Maybe it's the fact that you grossly moan my name while gritting out how bad I am at this, or maybe it's the fact that I find this unappealing and aggressive while you shove your dick down my throat and that's why I'm bad at this. I never really enjoyed giving head, but this is me, and I like to please others before pleasing myself.
Am I well lit? My phonetics on Viagra. I shall never spit a flaccid flow. Ass smacking assassin, giving fat tracks phallic strokes. Smashing pink matter, my raps are so orgasmic, playing pool with the planets, pumping passion from my power pole. Is this thing on though? Intergalactic ejaculates inseminate the cosmos. Got me feeling macho because I'm fond of being on it. Plus my mom thinks I'm the guano. That has nothing to do with this song though. My quotes stay on the tip of your tongue and tantalize your tonsils. You think I won't have your girlfriend in child's pose with her eyes closed, hitting high notes? Well, you're right, bro. It's a metaphor. Giving tracks to business till their inner legs are red and sore. Leader of the Roosters, call me Cock King. My cocking is leagues beyond my colleagues. Busty instrumentals take more shots than comps of bukkake. Not cocky, but I'm feeling myself. And I don't care if God is watching. Metaphorically speaking, when my penis is relinquished, it'll cause a solar eclipse. You should put me on a remix. My D is so supreme, I call it defense. Hug me. I feel so ugly. Someone please love me. But soft. What life for young Instagram breaks? Being fanned by palm leaves and hand-fed grapes whilst kicking your sandals up in pastures of chrysanthemums. Lame game runners really need to step their stanzas up. Matter of fact, it's arbitrary. None of them are man enough. The fact is, you're so outstanding that it staggers them. You're a euphoria warrior soaring across the aurora borealis, singing high notes with no ad-libs. Or more of a supernova of magic wishes, handling the planet with your jasmine-scented calluses. To Sora, your Kyrie with the psyche of Aphrodite. It's stifling. This little missus might be Miss Almighty. But I can't see why you like me. I don't even like me. Thank you.
That was Chris King Almighty, Jeffrey, Goldie, and Roger. You guys give it up. Make some noise for everybody looking up on stage tonight. Everybody. Really quick. Can I read something really quick and we can head on out? Some new shit about some old shit that keeps happening. One more time, you guys, for all the ladies who represented tonight. Such wonderful talent. Fellas, was you feeling it? Was it good? Did we get into your spirit? We did. That's right. All right, you guys. Here we go. For whom the bell tolls, the sound of church bells ringing, the church bell sounds, the capsule from the relay. This black, my blood, this pew, my gospel, a Holy Ghost open casket full of matter that don't really matter and don't I matter. That boy,
clad in coat, in hood, in warmth, sweet tooth on the tip of the tongue, George, king of the jungle, this black, claimed him animal and beast, the king, ready for his hunt, but what does that story matter? This black woman, a blinker, the turning lane, use a turn signal. Jesus, take the wheel, please, over her body, over her dead body, and act a stunt, a prop, beat her black into concrete, claimed her suicide, both eyes forced open, corpse, camera, action, say cheese, say her name, what is her name? Don't she matter? They tried to Photoshop the sunlight in her eyes. And God in her smile, you say all lives matter and matters the stuff around you, and we ain't even good enough to be stuff. Atoms and molecules all are composed of stuff, of matter, and matter has mass and takes up space, and all this black taking up too much space. This man, liquor store drop in, put him in a chokehold, but never mind, another story that don't really matter. Back to the church bells. Back to this Bible study. Gotta study my Bible. Gotta get into this word. Tonight my faith will be tested. Can you hear the hymns? This black boy, play cops and robbers. Let's play this game. You steal, I shoot. Chitty chitty bang bang boom. This bloodshed. A lousy park and recreation cleanup that won't matter come morning. You see, I don't matter. This boy, sticky finger cigarillos. Hands up, never mind. Another story that don't even matter. What's the matter? You like to watch my matter leak into these streets. What does blood flow lead to? Is there a Dead Sea if there's a heaven? Back to the word. Back to these hymns. Back to this gospel and this choir. The choir. A Holy Ghost shout. White boy go chitty chitty bang bang boom in this church. In the house of the Lord, my skin was the house my soul called sanctuary. My blood flooding this pew now. Preacher shouts. A Charleston massacre. A tropical bloodshed, a death storm, a bloody hurricane, a sacrifice scripture, another black life not worthy of matter because matter is just stuff and we ain't even good enough to be stuff. It's just another day though. In America, just another day, you know, here and shit that just don't really matter. You guys give it up? For all the poets who came up, thank you so much. Give it up for everyone. Thanks so much for letting you know you guys are the ones and twos. Give it up for yourselves. Follow us on social media. Tag us in all your things. You guys spread the word. Next week we'll be having a slam. It'll be $10 to get in, our semis, and to make our team for the Hollywood Slam team, you guys. So tell a friend and be safe. We'll see you next week.